So hey guys, and welcome to another short adventure with me, Supernautus. Today we're playing a Bewitching Revolution. A game that's apparently about some sort of communist witch in a cyberpunk city. That's about all I know about it. Instead of a broomstick, it looks like she has a floating bicycle with square wheels and a cat as her familiar walking simulator, I'm assuming, will be controlled with the keyboard. Let's find out. So yeah, WAS and D to move, although it's written it down as AWS and D for some reason. I don't know. Shift to run, and we can look around with the mouse and interact with things with the E button. Right click to cast spells, and we can access options with the escape key. Witch of the city, hear our prayers. We're getting poorer while the rich get richer. There's a little red boat. We go hungry while food is wasted. Is this like, are they sending her wishes or something? We freeze while the planet burns. Witch of the city, help us build a better future. Okay, so style-wise, we're looking at a kind of blocky sort of style. We can cast a spell of some kind there. Hoot hoot, they've taken our roosts. The spots we like are covered in spikes. A single spell will clear the spikes away so that we can help you keep the cops at bay. Okay. I'm guessing those aren't their roosts. But yeah, so we can destroy spikes on the owl's roost. Can you crouch? No. Some sort of incense stick burning there. Can't do anything with that. We've got a bed, a bike. Can't leave yet, there's still people who need my help. Oh, stairs are here. Got the cat. If socialism does not stand unflinchingly for the exploited and oppressed masses of all lands, then it stands for none, and its claim is a false pretense. Okay. If you say so. Got another incense stick stuck on what looks like a fridge. Is that a guy? It's like a policeman. Reminder from management, all team members expected to spend 4 hours per week reporting on their efforts. Alright. Another cat. What's it got to say? Let us be lazy in everything except in loving and drinking, except in being lazy. Yeah, be lazy in being lazy, that's an interesting idea. Okay. So round here we've got some sort of path that goes up. Is too much what? Inspired hired employment solutions. Okay, I'm gonna go back down. Start with that first path up that we saw next to the guy that looks strikingly like a police officer. He's gone. Okay. All team members are expected to spend 4 hours per week reporting. We can't do anything with that. Always remember to smile. Applications received today, 2,104. It's some kind of cafe type building, I guess. Credit chip not detected. Tell me my future. Left click on the deck, deal set of cards, right click to shuffle the cards. Okay, so we're reading someone's future. What do we have here? To a business owner, each worker is expendable. But without any workers, there would be no business. If a worker is alone, their fate is determined by their bosses. But if workers are united, they can take the future into their own hands. There you go. Ah! We've created... Is this what we're supposed to do? Created a business. Minimum effort for minimum wage. be a productive worker is not a piece of luck but a misfortune. So is our goal here to change all the people that work here? Hoot hoot, the police are afoot, but where they're going we've no way of knowing. Okay. What's up here? Pay your debts. Scepter Station. There's where the... Ah. So that's the Owl's Roost, I guess. There's another one. Okay, so we shoot those bits. Capitalism can no more be persuaded to limit growth than a human being can be persuaded to stop breathing. Your magic can transform many parts of the city. Try using the right mouse button to catch a spell at each of the lights of an advertisement. Okay. Ah. Looks like basically my goal here is to convert this city. I see. Okay. That's interesting. So our goal here is to alter the city so that it's no longer ruled by some authoritarian regime. Well, okay then. That sounds interesting. So yeah, let's make our way through then and slowly take this stuff down. As long as... get rid of that. Inspired Hard Employment Solutions. To may concern or respectfully request consideration for a recently advertised position. Oh. Capitalism condemns one part of the working class to enforced idleness through the overwork of the other part. Can't do anything with them. Time is money. Insufficient applications completed. That's that guy's workstation, I guess. Insufficient applications completed. Respectfully request consideration, blah blah blah. So we get paid for doing these. Or people get paid for doing these, I don't know. Time is money, it says. Synapse. Ether. Police are afoot, they're off to harass the homeless. Mage. Is that the police there? Some sort of production line almost. I guess we're supposed to stay away from the police. I guess. I don't really know. Right, so that's the place we were at before. Can I get that? There we go. That gets rid of another one of those crazy signs. Can't do anything to that. I wonder. So that will have... Yeah, look, that's made another green light there, so I'm assuming once we get a third green light, pay your debts. Can't go in there. Every prisoner is a political prisoner. Potentially. What's down here? That is another way into that restaurant slash bar slash cafe that we were just in before. Which of the city will you tell me my future? Let's do it! What have we got here? Capitalism does not value labour, which keeps people living ready for work. But without this reproductive labour, capitalism would have no workers. By collectively organising reproductive labour, we can refuse to work for the maintenance of capitalism. We can build a world where there is no more to life than making more workers. Right, so that presumably has changed more people. There are trees and things planted out here that weren't here before. So yeah, we have to look for people to... Formulas of eviction. To regain access, deposit 12,440 credits. Wow. Nothing we can do with that. That's where those notes go. Okay. We have to watch out for these police. She said, "You remain homeless while houses stand by. Can you help me find shelter?" There's a house, but I don't have any money to give her. Ah. That's destroyed another one of those. Which I think should have lit up all of those lights. It has. Police are afoot. So these must be the police. Oh, and it turned those signs into solar panels, which gives more... Ah. Which has produced power. Squatter's Guide to Breaking and Entering. To open a locked door, mark it with a sigil using the right mouse button and walk backwards through the door. Aha! There. I've given him a house. Yeah. I've opened a house, and in that house... Well, that's interesting. So we can also open houses by blasting them and then reversing through the door. See if we can find any other doors like that. If you know where the cops will be, cast a spell at them to make them flee. Well, up there is where the police seem to be. There was another door down here, wasn't there? Spread trees around the city, guide an acorn into fertile soil where grass is growing through the cement. After interacting with an acorn, hold the right mouse button and use AWS and D to direct the falling seed. That doesn't seem to do anything. But we've opened this place up. I guess. That's... Okay, so where do we find these acorns? Ah. How do I... Okay, hang on. Wait, what does that say? Guide an acorn first. So after interacting with an acorn, hold the right mouse button. Okay, I see. That doesn't help me. Oh, yes it does. Ah, I get it. So now by planting that there, I should be able to get one to go around there. Hopefully one appears. So is there going to be an acorn on that tree? Yeah. Yeah, look. Okay, so that should build us another tree next to this water. Next to these pipes. So what does that do for me? Not much right at this minute. However... Okay, that's interesting. So that Whoa, there's one. And there. So let's send another acorn. Okay, I get it. Go on, go on, go on. Oh. Get out of my way. Acorns coming through. I think I missed. I've got to be really careful with these. That should do it, surely. There we go. So now once that one's grown, I can put another one here. I guess. I thought that was maybe the police. It's not. So obviously we've got the police don't want us here. There we go. That's grown as another tree. And there's some trees with acorns on them already there. Ah. There's another place we can grow a tree. Just have to wait for it to drop, I guess. Okay, so we have to kind of beautify the city with trees and things and convert stuff so that it looks... don't really know. Union employees only, no scabs. It didn't say that before. Okay, so they're working away quite happily. Looks like we've spoken to him as much as we can. Okay. So I'm guessing I can't go through here unless I've paid. Oh, I can. Whoa. It's just a train of some kind. Another cat. The figure of discipline was the worker prisoner, the figure of control was the debtor addict, etc. That's that wizard's house. Cavan in the lower districts provided disaster relief to areas hardest hit by storm surges. Bus drivers in North Heights declared a 24-hour fare strike. So this guy's making like a newspaper. Is there anything else to do here? How do I talk to these? I feel like there must be a way to talk to them. Aha! Telma's future. That should turn this business, I hope. So we'll just shuffle the cards, pop them back out. Capitalism, unemployment is treated as a personal failure. But there are always more jobless than available jobs. Refusing to seek work is thus a political act, not a personal failing. Sorry, there's a bit of background noise. Demands a future where the absence of work brings us leisure. One sec. Okay, let's see what's happening. Can we do anything with this now that... No. It looks like there's not much else we can do here, to be honest. I've planted all the acorns. I can't speak to that owl. Some of the owls I can speak to, but not that one. Okay, well I don't really know where else I'm supposed to go now. Because there's nothing over there. None of those signs seem to do anything. What happened when I let that water out of there? Was there anyone in this building? No. Ah, ducks. We have ducks. Nothing there. Don't really see what else I'm supposed to do, to be honest. Can't talk to that guy. Am I supposed to get this stuff? Seems like the only way to do that is to... Insufficient applications completed. Just doesn't appear to be any reason to do any of this. It's just people applying for random jobs. Seems like it just does it itself. That's just the breaking and entering one that I already know. Can't open those by doing that. Can't blast those. They're obviously producing something. Doesn't seem to do anything. What if we cast our spell at the clock? Nope. Can't talk to that. Credit chip not detected. I don't have a credit chip, as far as I'm aware. Are there any other things lying around? Ah. Potion for healing, 2 devil's root. Oh. Hey, I can take this stuff. Guide to brewing potions. Black smoke. Okay, well what? 2 devil's root. Is that this? Yes, that is whatever that is. Okay, and 3 alcohol, 1 spray paint. Assuming that's that. Yeah, and now that's gone. Okay. We've made something for people to drink. And something interesting. Oh. Tell their future again. Okay, well that's good. So what have we got here? Capitalist labour is based on a threat, you'll work or you'll starve. But this threat only works if you cannot live comfortably outside capitalism. By creating institutions for communal reproduction, we make it possible to live without wage labour. And through building spaces of collective existence, we can build a future beyond capitalism. That has done something else. Trembling Tower, an anti-capitalist fairy tale. Community kitchen open upstairs. Is that it? Am I done? Can't leave yet, there's still people who need my help. Remember the cops will be cast a spell at them. What's all this? So those things are going that... Where do they go? Where do these things go, I wonder? Two of them have gone different ways. Ah! This leads me to people who need their future told. I always do a shuffle first, just because I feel like that's the sensible thing to do. And then, okay. If a worker causes trouble for the boss, they'll be fired and replaced. But workers are only replaceable if there are also unemployed people looking for work. Jobless did not need to seek work, workers would not be threatened. And together a future is possible where the poor do not compete for the chance to be exploited. An interesting little idea. So we need to go back and look at those boat things, because they apparently are what will... free meals for all who are hungry. Good, I guess. Right, so those boat things, I wasn't aware of that at the time, but these lead me to people that need help. Or that need to be... Is it people that need help or people that need to be converted? That's the question, I suppose. That seems to be what this is about. It's about conversion of people to kind of non-capitalist ideals. Tell us our future. Oh, we're doing it right outside here. Okay, so we're dealing a set of cards. What does this do? Prisons exist to house the people who capitalism forces into poverty and forces into crime. The prisoners also provide cheap and captive labour which businesses use to undercut free workers. Workers cannot be free while others are imprisoned. But together we can break the chains of the prison, and etc. So what's that? Shoot us all to death, but they can't shoot us back to work. Okay. Wage slaves stand with cage slaves. Does this still... Yeah. Providing assistance to a witch is a serious offence, so we can't go that way. Cops are not welcome here. Less work, more pay. There's still areas where we obviously need to do more. Sources suggest a state of emergency is about to be declared. Because of ongoing security concerns, the station's closed. Yeah. We're starting to make our mark. There's a riot, look. Riot shields. Can't go that way. The state is turning against its people. I guess. We can go this way, but... Does that mean it's time to leave? Everyone's huddled in here. Can't leave yet, there are people who need my help. Okay, so what's going on here? Ah! Tell us our future again. Well, it's not looking good, I've got to tell you. Let's see. Capitalism was built through the violence of slavery, colonialism, witch hunts and enclosures. Capitalism is maintained through the violence of armies, police, borders and prisons. Will sooner lead us to annihilation than allow a more just society to arrive. And we're left with only two possible futures, socialism or barbarism. Some interesting ideas, I suppose, there, but ultimately... Let's take a look and see what it looks like out in the city now. Oh, what's that? There's a red book over there. Molotov cocktails. 1 alcohol, 1 cloth, 1 lighter. Is this what we wanted to do? I don't think that's what we wanted to happen. But they are rioting. There they are, with their Molotovs. Burning down the police. And this ether station, whatever it is. Okay, but we can't do anything there. Maybe we can do something up here. Their little place is shut. There we've got another guy making stuff on the fly. Potions for countering tear gas. But he hasn't made any. It's interesting. They've smashed through the exits. What do we find down here? Anyone else needing their fortune told? Not any of them. Okay, so... Oh, they've had to run away. Because the prisoners have escaped. Can we get... We still can't get in there. And there's still a bit of a blocked area here. Can't go down there. It's interesting. So it's showing kind of the possible outcome of a... I guess a revolution against... He's just gone in there. Can't go in there. Okay, I can't go in there. He can. So what else can we do then? It seems like pretty much everything's been done. What happens down here, I wonder? Please seek work till we can live without work. See if there's any more things needing done. Oh, what's this? I can change the colours of those. Don't really understand why I would be doing that, though. Do I have to turn them all red? Does that do something? Can't go that way. There's not really much going on. Can't go that way. Seems like the magical contingent of our work has kind of gone on the back burner there a bit. I've been here. Are they doing anything? No, we still need to get that police station dealt with, I'm guessing. Whatever those vending machines are, apparently we don't need whatever's in them. Can't go out that way. I mean, we're pretty much stuck, aren't we? Can't leave yet. Oh. Interested to know if that does anything. Doesn't appear to. Do I need to turn them blue, do you think? Maybe. That's just about spreading trees. We've already done that. That owl has nothing to say to me. I can eat the apples. Don't know why I would want what's that? Don't know. Doesn't appear to be any reason. That's telling me how to make those. Now, I can't make anything else, it looks like. So that's not me. I feel like I've done everything that I can do. Unless there's something really obvious that I've missed. Could do with getting down there, I think. But there doesn't appear to be any way to get down there. Unless I can get there from up here by going round. Just check what this guy's up to. The only place really is that police station. Oh, well, there's a path that gets us there now. I don't understand. Doesn't appear to be any route to take to actually get anywhere with this. Ah, the cameras. Does that let me in now? I can destroy cameras that I couldn't do before. Something I couldn't destroy before. Any more in here? Nope. You can't change the colour of their outfits or anything like that. You also can't get in there. They're just the prisoners. Shooting that does nothing. What about that? Yeah, shooting at that does nothing. Okay. So I'm finding little bits and pieces of things we can do here that we couldn't do initially. There's a fire all the way up there. And that does nothing. Don't know what exactly I expected it to do, but... Oh, there's another camera that we can destroy. But what does that lead to, really? Because... Okay, so I've destroyed all the cameras. Which, that's great, but... I can't go through any of these doors, obviously. What does this lead to, ultimately? Doesn't seem to lead to anything. Can't leave yet. There's nothing here. I don't really see what direction we're supposed to take here. I think I've destroyed all the cameras. It's great and all. what does that ultimately do for me? No one else needs a card reading, which might help me alter things. Yeah, potion for countering tear gas. I don't see any more cameras around. I don't really see anything around, if I'm honest. There's another bike there. That's the path that was there that went down. Do any of these prisoners need their fortunes told, do you think? Doesn't appear to be anything there I need to do. I'm just very confused. Like, it's interesting and all that, but hang on. I didn't do that. Start that fire, whatever it is. Whatever it is, it's destroyed. It's smashed the state. I guess. And they're shooting off fireworks, so I would assume that probably means we're free to go now. That's someone else's bike. The ducks are happy enough. That does something when I change the colour of that, but... That makes a noise when I change the colour of that, should I say, at the very least. Those flowers aren't changeable. Okay. Looks to me like I've done everything. Haven't I? Oh yeah, the bike's moved. I would assume that means I can fly away. And that's it. That is a bewitching revolution. So you're a witch. You are obviously on the side of socialism, communism, whatever you prefer to call it. Well, actually, they're two slightly different things, let's be honest. Communism is a form of socialism. And yeah, so we've overthrown an authoritarian regime. Authoritarian stuff, you kind of want to do that with, I guess. Anyway, thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed watching a Bewitching Revolution with me, Supernautus. If you have, feel free to hit that like button. Maybe add a subscription too if you want. And thank you very much for tuning in. See you next time.